Today I am going to be doing just black and white composition exercises. But first, my scent is Peaceful Patchouli and Sweet Orange. It's aromatherapy mist. And I love patchouli. This one's nice. It just relaxes me. It's so earthy. Take a breath. Smells like dirt, but nice dirt. And I get this at my health store. So I'm just using some Posca pens, and I have um, tempera paint stick, solid marker. I've got, these are all black, and I've got some black gesso, some carbon black. Carbon black is interesting. I've stopped using carbon black because it's so shiny, but I'm going to come back to it today. And just some white gesso if we need white. And let me just show you what I prepared. Hi, Sherry. I'm glad you made it. I cut up a bunch of paper. This is from this Canson mixed media book. And I just cut up a bunch of squares in my guillotine cutter downstairs and some rectangles. And I also want to work in some grids here. So this is a great exercise for just warming up and composition. Um, I drew some grids here. I don't know if these are going to work. It might actually be better to just do something like this. Um, and then I started to do some rectangles as well because rectangles and squares are completely different compositionally, obviously. So I'll just create a few more of these. They don't have to be perfect. Hi, Jennifer. This scent this morning I did Peaceful Patchouli and Sweet Orange. If you like patchouli, that's a nice one. It's not too dirty, not too dirty hippie. Okay, I think I'm going to start in the squares. You're welcome. Yeah, it's good for fall, summer. I don't know. I like it year round. If I feel like something earthy, and this stuff, you just need one spray and oh, you can smell it. Okay. So I've got carbon black. Like I said, I haven't used this in a while because I don't always like the way that it's shiny like when I'm using matte. The rest of my acrylics are matte. This is brand new. I'm gonna open this. This is a black gesso by Liquitex. And I'll list all this stuff in the description below for you later. So I gotta use my teeth. Oh, this is not opening very easily. Okay, there's the black gesso. I have to remember this is the carbon and this is the gesso. I guess I don't have to remember. Put some more down. And then I'll do some white gesso. I don't know if I'm going to need it, but maybe we'll use it to refine our compositional shapes. All right. All right, super simple. And I'm just gonna do things like that. Oh, bless you. Bless you, kitty. And I do love this dry brush. Look, these brushes for kids. I'm blanking on the name, but I love them because they're just really raw hog's hair brush. And they create this lovely dry brush effect. Hi, Heather. Good morning, afternoon, evening, yes. I know those seals are just ridiculous. Let's try. Yeah, let me use this. Let me use a different brush here. I'm gonna use now this is a synthetic. It's much smoother, so it'll create a different effect. And I'll use some of the carbon black. I do not feel very warmed up right now. I feel really feels awkward to me. So I'm looking forward to doing a ton of these. 'Cause I think after a while it'll be easier. I feel very awkward this morning. Let me just do one that's kind of like that. Scratch through it. Okay. All right, it's kind of beautiful, I think. Now let's work on some of these separate pieces of paper. These are fun. And I'm wearing my black and white shirt for you all today. That was not on purpose. Let's try this tempera paint stick. Kind of hard to see what I'm doing. Here, let me get a piece of Probably should have made these half the size. Because what I wanted to do at the end is I just want to like put these all on a grid. I could take a picture of it when I'm done. These temper paint sticks are so nice. They're really like buttery. These brand is Shuffle Art. I answered you before you retracted it. Sorry, too fast. Let's try. And that's nice. So already, excuse me, I don't know what is wrong with me this morning. So already we have this lovely series. Do one more. Just like that. Already I have this lovely series. I can mix these up. And you know, they don't have to go together, but it's kind of interesting to turn things around. Isn't that beautiful? Yeah, the shuttle art packaging changes. I've noticed that. Let's do some of this. These are smaller, so these are a different aspect ratio as well. And where did I put the yellow paper? There it is. Let's try this Posca pen. For we can mix and match. Oh, this one's brand new. I just opened it, so I've got to get it started. Activate it. There we go. Okay, that'll be one. Sherry, you have a hard time making random marks? Well, this would be your exercise then. Right? Oh, I just have to do this. Can resist. And I'm going to use some paint now. Oh, it's just beautiful. I love just that. Oh, isn't that gorgeous? There's just something so beautiful about that simplicity. I'm just kind of letting the brush do what it wants as well. I'm not trying to control it too much. I feel like I'm getting warmed up now. And obviously, when you change the brush, you're going to get different marks. So I'm going to get this calligraphy brush, see what happens. Hey, Vanessa. Switching out to a different calligraphy brush. Okay, last one. Okay. So I feel like I'm starting to get warmed up a little bit now. This would make a beautiful piece of, like, you could frame these. You could put them in a grid and then frame them like a six up or a triptych. I don't know, I have so many now. Got these two as well. But that, I think, is so lovely. What am I making? I am making black. I'm sorry, I just saw that. I'm making black and white. I'm practicing my composition with black and white, and I'm also getting warmed up. So I'm using this as, warm up exercise. I started doing this feeling really stiff and awkward. So, yeah, these are gorgeous. So let's do some more. Put these off to the side. I like the lines too. This is probably one of my favorite ones. I like that one. I like those. Oh, oh. I like these ones. That's nice. One of the things I could also do is grab some white paint and now that this is dry, I can kind of carve in here and it's interesting how it subtracts the composition. It's interesting. I'm gonna do some more of that. That's and I'm still keeping compositional values in mind. I'm working in thirds. You'll notice I'm not doing anything that's like, like that right in the center, or, making shapes that are all the same, you know, same size, because I find that to be not very visually challenging. This solid marker, oh, it smells really bad. I'm gonna have to stop using it. It smells like tar. Whew. Let's do like almost all black on here. That's actually really nice, just like that. I'm gonna leave it. I didn't mean for that. Yeah, I'm liking this. I'm feeling like I'm starting to get the hang of it. And make sure you cut out a lot of these. I did like, I don't know, 50, because you'll run out really fast and then you'll want more. It's very addictive. And just use black gesso, super cheap. And I honestly have not found a difference between the two. It's a little bit more liquid if you want a thicker black, but let's see. I'm starting to also find that there's an expressive quality that when you get warmed up, that you're a little more able to let the brush do its thing, and it creates really beautiful strokes that you can't ever do this on purpose. This has to be an accidental thing. And the more warmed up you are, I think the more you can allow the brush to speak, so to speak. Some things are going off the edge, some things aren't. I really like the way that this line is created, that super thin line. I mean, I think this is just beautiful too. It almost looks like an architectural structure. Very interesting. Leaving all of this white space here. Hmm. Do I want these shapes to touch? Maybe just kiss a little right there. What about what about something just on the edge? And you can see, I'm using these Japanese brushes too, which does not hurt. Never hurts. These Japanese brushes are very expressive. Just brought a little pencil in there, and so it's just right on the edge. And then we have all this lovely white space. I have a ton of pile of stuff right there. I think I only have 2 more sheets left, unfortunately. Here, I wanted to use this thing. Let's see what I have those here. I'm getting a little into printmaking now. As you know, these are water soluble, all these Stabilo woodies. Getting a little complicated on this one. Okay. Oh, I have one more. Let's see. Oh. There's some really lovely things that happen that I want to just let them happen. These little spaces right here, you can't plan for that. It just is something you need to let happen. I think I just stopped talking, Sherry. Do you still hear me? Okay. So these are harder to make in a grid because they're so big, but let's just try a few. So elegant. Here, let's just do three at a time. Let's do Are you not able to hear me? So that's fun. That's a fun exercise. Maybe pick your favorites. Sometimes I have the hardest time, as you know, simplifying my composition. So something like this is just so hard to plan for. It's really hard to get that kind of simplicity in your composition. Um, and it is composition. It's nicely balanced. This one has a little line work in it. Um, let's do some grids in the notebook. This is the Canson notebook. Let's do more of these. Now I do have this grid already laid out. Like so. My light's not working. Okay. Those dang earbuds. You never know what they're gonna do. There we go. What do you think? I think that's pretty fun. Okay, well, today we did black and white only, and this is a great warm-up exercise. If you're, I was literally feeling so stiff at the beginning of this, I didn't even feel like I could put the brush down, but by the end, I'm allowing the brush to do its thing, and I'm learning a lot along the way. And I think once you do more of these, you kind of turn your brain off and stop forcing a composition and just let the composition do its thing. I know that's a very advanced sort of concept. Um, but I think if you do this enough, you'll start to grok what I'm saying, if you know what I mean. You'll start to feel it. And I literally could do this. I think I could just do this for hours and hours. So beautiful. And thank you for joining me today, Sherry. I'm sorry you lost your earbud sound, but you didn't miss much because I was engrossed. And I will see you next week. I'm not sure what I'm going to do, but if you have ideas, leave them in my comments section in a post in my YouTube community area. I will see you all next Thursday. Bye.